Bhadram karnebhi shrunuyama devam Bhadram pasye makshabhirjayatra Sthirairangai estustubhagam sastanubhi Vishima devahite yadayu Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. May we hear with our ears what is auspicious. May we see with our eyes what is good. May we strong in limbs and body sing your praise and enjoy the life allotted to us by you. Om, peace, peace, peace be unto all. This morning our subject is Thoughts on the Gita, part 133. We are studying the 18th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, which is called Moksha Yoga, liberation through renunciation. In our last class, we talked about the famous verse of the Gita. Krishna is telling us, where is God? Ishvaro sarvabhutanam riddhishe arjuna tishtati brahmayan sarvabhutani jantra rudhani mayaya. God dwells in the heart, and with his power of Maya, he rotates, revolves all the human beings. Where is God? What is God? Who is God? Nietzsche said God is dead. Great German philosopher. One American philosopher says God is too old, we will have to replace a new one. We need a new God. Some people say that the God word is antique word. Change it. Some people say it is being, substratum, base. All they put all these names, In this way, we can continually change that word, God. But Swamiji said, all through the ages, billions and billions of people are connected, their minds, with this particular word, God. So it is not good to replace that word. Let it be. I was reading yesterday the Vedantic concept of God. What is God in Vedanta? His principle, not person. You and I are all personal gods. The absolute God of the universe, the creator, preserver, and destroyer of the universe, is impersonal principle. You and I, the cat, rat, devil, and ghost, all these are each persons. All are personal gods. You want to worship personal gods? It is the worship of your own self. If you take my advice, you will never enter any church. Come out and go and wash out. Wash yourselves again and again until you are cleansed of all these superstitions that have clung to you through the ages. Swamiji continued, I have been asked many times, why do you laugh so much and make so many jokes? I become serious sometimes when I have a stomach ache. The Lord is all blissfulness. He is the reality behind all that exists. He is the goodness, the truth, and in everything. You are His incarnations. That is what is glorious. The nearer you are to Him, the less you will have occasions to cry and weep. The farther we are from Him, the more will long phases come, the more we know of Him, the more misery vanishes. God is the infinite, impersonal being, ever-existent, unchanging, immortal, fearless, and you are all His incarnations, His embodiments. That is the God of Vedanta, and His heaven is everywhere. That is a talk Swami Vivekananda gave in San Francisco. God. Jesus said, the kingdom of heaven is within you. Do you know how they look at it? This Brahman, pure consciousness, reflects everywhere. Here are 4 billion cups of water. And here is the sun. What do you see? You see 4 billion reflections. 4 billion reflected suns you see. Break one cup. Where does it go? It is there. You bring a new cup, you will get another reflection. That is called life and death. Anyhow, try to understand this God. If somebody asks you, do you exist? Nobody says, I do not exist. Only a crazy one may say that I do not exist. If somebody asks you, are you conscious? Of course I am conscious. Third, what do you want? Nobody wants misery. None. Everybody wants bliss. That is God according to Vedanta. Existence, knowledge, consciousness, bliss, absolute. That is within all of us. But we are unaware of it because of ignorance. Vedanta wants to make you know that you are God. Tattvamasi, thou art that. Then you will experience, Aham Brahmasmi, Aham Brahman. That is all Vedantic process of experience of God. Very simple. That's reflection. Where is that reflection? Reflection is everywhere, in your body, mind, eyes, everywhere. But maximum reflection we find in the buddhi, intellect. We call it antakarana, inner organ. There it is very transparent. When there is lightning, it flashes everywhere, but maximum reflection we find in the glasses. So mind, intellect is like a glass, maximum reflection. That is called chit jad grunti according to Vedanta. Consciousness and unconscious meet that point. When that consciousness, Atman, reflects in your buddhi and mind, do you know what happens? You are animated. You can see, you can hear. Your body can move, functions. Everything becomes conscious because of that conscious which is inside. If that conscious departs, this beautiful body is dead. It will go to mortuary. All that system, all the secret is that consciousness. That consciousness. That consciousness is gone, according to Vedanta. It is so simple and so easy to understand this idea of God. Otherwise, God, where is in heaven? Lord knows what is He doing. Next verse. So that is my connection of this. The next verse, that God, Ishvaro Sarvabhutana, God dwells in all human beings. When you have that experience, Tatuna Bijugupshati, you cannot hate anybody. Whom will you hate? God does not hate God. That is the most important thing, that Tatra ko moha, at that time you have no delusion, no grief. When you have that experience, of course. So next verse that we are going to start, that is verse 62. Krishna says, Tameva sharanam gacha sarva bhavena bharata tat prasadat parang shantim sthanam prapshashi shashvatam. Take refuge in him alone with all your heart, O Bharata. By his grace you shall attain supreme peace and eternal abode. Sharan. Take refuge in God. Why? Why should I take refuge in God? I have money, I have strength, I have education, learning, I earn money, I have wife, children, family. I don't need God. The moment doctors declare that you have terminal cancer, 3 months' time, bus. No doctor, nobody can do anything to you. At that time, human effort fails. We seek divine help, Lord's help. Human beings are very helpless. Very helpless. Somebody asked in Japan, what is a miracle? Miracle? 5 minutes if you do not breathe, you will die. Just 5 minutes. If somebody places you under the water, you will collapse. Only 5 minutes. That is a miracle. It is a miracle that we are alive. It is God's grace. In the Upanishad, there is one beautiful mantra. Tat srishtva tadevanu prabhishat. He created and he entered. But we do not want to surrender. Do you know why? Because we have egos. As long as you have ego, no surrender. I depend on myself, my ego. But when you are tired, exhausted, no, enough, I have played, Lord, please take me. Then comes Sharanagati, self-surrender. But why does God rotate, moves around in this world, suffering, pain, misery, disease, death, all these things? That is why He reduces our karma. If you do not want to play, you will never come back. But do you know the problem? Problem is desire. We have so many desires. The desires bring us back again and again to this world. That desire comes from ignorance, Maya. That is the gospel truth. Sometimes we see we want to take surrender. Sometimes I see a very strong person. I must take shelter in him, he will protect me. But he has no compassion. He may be a very macho, very strong person, but no compassion. He has power to give you protection, but he has no compassion. Sometimes we see some people have compassion, but no strength. He has a large heart, but he cannot do anything. So this one does not work, that one does not work. If some people have both strength and both compassion, but no feelings. Do you know what I mean by feelings? When he doesn't feel your pain, your suffering inside. In that place, in that point, we need God. He is Sarvagya Sarvabid. He is all-knowing and He knows individually. Sarvagya means He knows collectively. And Sarvabid means He knows individually. These are the two words in Vedanta we use. Sarvagya, Sarvabid. Otherwise, other religions, do you know what they define? He is omniscient, omnipotent, omnipresent. He is all-powerful, all merciful. These are the words we use. We put adjectives on God. Ashesha Kalyana Guna Sampanno. He has all great good qualities. That is the way we define God. Antarjami. He knows your pain, your suffering. He has power to protect you. So we like to surrender to such a person who really loves me, who feels for me, who has the strength to protect me. He is compassionate, all-loving. We need that person. That person is Antarjami, Ishwar, God. I have seen in our village how they grind pulses and other things, wheat. I saw it is a round shape of stone, and over that you call it stone grinding. And another piece of stone, and there is a knob in the center, and here is the hole. You put the corn or other things, and here is another small hole, and with the rod you rotate. I have seen in my village, my mother used to make dal, pulses that way. It will crush the whole dal and remove the husk. But there are some grains, some pulses, through moving and manipulation, go into the center and hold the knob. They will never be crushed. That is the whole secret of human life. You will never be crushed if you hold the knob. God. Maya cannot crush you. The stone slabs will not make you powder. You will be as it is if you can hold and go into the center and hold the knob. Very interesting how we look at life, Sharanagati. Tameva sharanam gacha. This sharanagati is the final stage of spiritual life. From the very beginning, Krishna was inspiring him. Uttishta, get up. Juddhasya, fight. In this way, he was continuously inspiring Arjuna to fight. Now he says, surrender. Very interesting. We shall talk about it. As I said, this surrender does not come until and unless you are completely helpless. Sri Ramakrishna told a parable. A bird sat on the mast of the ship. The ship left the harbor, went into the deep sea. Now the bird wants to come back to the shore. It flew to the east. It did not find the shore. Its wings are tired. It came back. Again sat on the mast of the ship. Thus it flew in the south, north, west. Wings are tired. Finally the bird understood, I have no strength to go back to the shore. With the help of this ship, I shall have to cross this ocean. There is no other way. Same thing happens in spiritual life. When our wings, our efforts, all are closed, we cannot do it anymore. At that time, divine help comes. We take refuge in God. Sharanagati and Bakalma. Bakalma means power of attorney. Sharanagati means self-surrender. A little difference is there. Little. In Sharanagati, a little ego remains. Lord, I surrender myself to you. A little ego is there. But in Bakalma, in power of attorney, no ego. For example, Sri Ramakrishna says, Banorchana, the baby monkey grabs the mother. I am holding my mother will protect me. And Biralchana, the cat kitchen, completely helpless. The mother grabs the baby kitchen and takes here and there and somewhere to protect its baby. That is the difference. I am holding my mother. And here the kitchen says, I have no power to hold, mother is holding me. See the little differences there. Very interesting. Yat karoshi yadasnasi. Prakriti. He made a nice commentary. Paratantra. A little while ago, Krishna said to Arjuna, you are telling me I shall not fight, but your nature will force you to fight. In the domain of nature, we are all under the power of nature, Maya. We have no power there. But that doesn't mean we cannot do anything. Do you know why? Because God gave us a precious thing, that is buddhi, intellect. He gave the power of discrimination, what is good, what is bad. And this world is the karma bhumi, the field of action. So you have some freedom. From the absolute standpoint, no freedom. From the relative standpoint, you have freedom. You can drive your car, you are good home. You are fully drunk. You can make a big accident, you can kill yourself or you can kill someone else. All in your hand. All in your hand. Paratantra and Shatantra. Whether you want to prey on Shreya, you want pleasant, enjoyable things in this world, yes, go ahead. No, I don't like it. I want God in my life. I want liberation. I want mukti. Yes, go this direction. There are two paths, prayasya, prayasya, in front of each one of us. You choose. That is very, very interesting according to the Vedanta. Two paths are open. You select your path. And the Guru will show you the way. This commentator made a beautiful regard. Well, I have a free will. Monericha, the willpower, comes from the mind. Or that mind itself is in domain of Maya. Mind is made out of Maya. So your icha, your wish also under the Maya. It has no freedom. Freedom comes when you transcend this Maya. Do you know what happens that time? Your will and God's will become one. Acquire completely, your ego merged into God, so whatever you do is God is doing through you. You are completely instrument in the hands of God. My will, with Thakur Sri Ramakrishna says, somebody says, sir, your will and God's will have become one. That's a beautiful statement. Your will, my will, God's will. Tameva sharanam gacchya sarva bhavena bharata. Tat prasadat parang shantim. You will get peace. How to do it? Sri Ramakrishna taught a beautiful mantra. naham, tu, naham, tu, not I, but thou, not I, but thou. That is the mantra. Efface your ego and surrender to God. Aham, mama, samsar. I, my is the world. If there is no I and my, there is no world. I am learned, I am beautiful, I am this, I am that, I am intelligent. My wife, my home, my car, my this business. This world is nothing but I and my. Ahangta mamata bhava. Shankara says in the crazy wheel of discrimination again and again. This I and my are the problem. This I and my are the warp and woof of the Maya. Tvam, tava, that is Ishvara. Tvameva sharanam gaccha. Very interesting. Itite jnanam akyatam gujyataram maya vimrishaitat asishena jata ichchasi tata kuru. Thus has wisdom more profound than all profundities been declared to you by me, reflecting over it fully. Act as you like. Last 3 years I am lecturing to you. Krishna is telling Arjuna in the battlefield. This Gita has 700 verses. It takes 3 hours. So I gave a long lecture to you. Iti, an end. Te jnanam akyatam. I already told all my wisdom. I shared everything to you, with you. Gujyataram maya. But very secret. Here he is telling Gujyataram, comparative degree. Much more, most, more. Super, positive degree, comparative degree, superlative degree. Comparative degree, Gujyataram. Vimrishaitat asishena. Now you evaluate. Think about it. Because you are the decision maker. I can suggest, but you will have to make decision. Guru will cook food, but you will have to eat it. Guru cannot eat for you. Guru can eat for himself, you eat yours for yourself. But Sri Ramakrishna says, the good Guru can feed you. He can put a knee on your chest and push food in your stomach. Sri Ramakrishna made a funny joke that there are 3 types of doctors. One doctor will go to the doctor will write a prescription. Go buy this medicine. He will not inquire whether you are taking or not. The second kind of doctor, do you know what does he do? He will call you. Did you take the medication? How is it working? He will inquire. That is the second grade. And the other, the high class doctor, he will say, oh, you did not take the medicine? Right now I shall come to your home. He will put the chest, knee on your chest and open your mouth and push the medicine in your stomach. Do you know what happened? I told one of our President Maharaj, Swami Chetanananda, I said, Maharaj, what kind of guru you are? Can you put the knee on your disciple's chest and give the knowledge of Brahman? Amat to dui hatute vyatha. I have pain in both knees. I have pain in both knees. I cannot put my knee on my disciple's chest. Funny. Itide jnanam akyatam gujyataram maya vimrishaitat. Vibhachana karo. He reflected. try to discriminate that whether this decision is right or wrong. There comes confusion. Most of the people, sometimes we do not make a right decision. Somebody was telling me that, what game do you like? Uncle, soccer. Why? For two things, I love soccer. Speed. Did you see the way they run? And second, decision. They made instant decision where they will put the ball. Their brains are so sharp, tremendous decision. Quick decision, right decision. Whether I cannot see, I am surrounded by my opponents, I cannot move forward, I pass the ball to my next player. They make instant decision. If you watch soccer, you see that what they are doing. Messi, Ronaldo, what are they doing? Tremendous speed. So Krishna is telling, Bimrashaitat. There is a Rik mantra. Narite Santasya Sakhaya Devaha. I love it. Last few days I am repeating this line. Narite Santasya Sakhaya Devaha. That I am repeating again and again. Do you know why? It tells me, until you are exhausted, God will not come to help you. 100% self-effort you made, then help will come. I shall not do anything, like help will not come. Narite Shrantasya Sakhya Devaha. Some of these words are so powerful. Make effort. I remember one of my students, I asked her to go to the nursing school. She doesn't have any job. But in America, a lot of nurses is necessary, go. Oh no, Swami, I do not want to go nursing school. You gave me initiation, Ramakrishna will look after me. I can really? Then do one thing. You go to home and lie down on your bed. Ramakrishna will buy groceries from Snooks and cook in your room and then feed you in your mouth. Bas, you will not have to do anything. Go. If you have that faith, and if you surrender in that way, 100%, Ramakrishna will do everything for you. You just stay at home. I have all kinds of students. Ramakrishna will feed me. Of course Ramakrishna will feed you. So Guru's suggestion, he will guide you, but you will have to walk. He will cook food for you, but you will have to eat. That Krishna says, I have told you everything I have to say. Now you will have to move. You will have to make your decision. I cannot make decision for you. Sometimes people ask, Swami, shall I sell my house? Shall I do this, that? I go, don't ask me those questions. You make decision. Later on you will blame me, you told me this. I get so many blames. Somebody was telling, I saw our Modi Prime Minister was telling, every day I get 5 kg criticism and scolding from people. Every day. But do you know the problem? Sometimes we forget Guru's instructions. Second, how many times Guru will remind you? The students also, there are 3 kinds of students. Uttam, once he tell that student, he will never forget. He will do it right. Another mediocre and worst, again and again he may make the mistakes, he will not change. That Sri Ramakrishna said. The salt doll went to take bath in the ocean, melted in the ocean. Cloth doll took bath and came on the shore and remained there. And the stone doll took bath and remained as it is. So many are stone dolls, no change. They do not want to change. They want to hold their own past samaskaras, mistakes. It does not work. It will be there in this world, all three kinds of students you will find. So Krishna is cautioning him. I am telling you. Previously he told, caution, he threatened Arjuna. Na srokshasi, binakshasi. If you do not listen to me, you will perish, you will be destroyed. I am a royal wisher. I know your past, present and future. I know your everything. Just follow me. I am not only the charioteer, driving your chariot. I am the charioteer of your body, mind, life, everything. I guide you. You know, we need that kind of teacher that you can guide me in every aspect from inside. Go this way. At that time, I sometimes ask people, Antarjami, your indwelling self will prompt you, do this, do this, do this. At that time, the pure mind becomes Guru. Guru dies. Guru will not be all the time with you, but your pure mind will be the Guru and will guide you. That's Sri Ramakrishna said. Some people always blame the Guru. Doctor says, do not eat sweet. You have diabetes. But you are eating Rasagholla and taking insulin injection. What Guru can do? What can doctor do? Next verse. Sarva gujyatamam bhuya shrinu me paramam vachaha ishtosi me didamiti tato vakshami me te hitam. Here again my supreme word, the profoundest of all, because you are my deeply beloved one. Therefore will I speak to you what is good. Here gujyatamam, tamam is, it is a superlative degree. The most important thing I am going to tell you. Listen carefully. Do you know why I am doing this thing to you? Didam ishtusi. You are very, 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 very beloved to me. I love you. Ishtu. For your good, for your welfare, I am telling you this truth. Listen carefully. Ishtosi. Do you know what Ishto means? You are my friend. Arjuna, Krishna was Krishna's friend. Bandhu. Who is your friend? We have fair weather friend. When you have a good time, many people will come to you. I remember when we were in 7th grade in 1949, we used to memorize all the many Sanskrit verses. That one verse I memorized, Utsave vyasane jaiva durvikshe rashya viplabe rajadware smashane cha jatishtati sabandava. Utsave, at the time of festivity, Vyasane, at the time of your good time, Durvikshe, at the time of famine, Rashtra Viplabe, at the time of war, Rajodhare, when you were arrested, Smashane, when some one of your family members died, and at that time, who will come to you? That person is your friend. What a beautiful, this Hitobodesh, these shlokas we have to memorize when we are young. This, who is your friend? When you have beauty, money, enjoyment, I am enjoying you, and the moment you are sick, I shall leave you. Bandhanat bandhu, there is another beautiful word. The person who binds you with love, that person is your friend. That person is your friend who will tell you what is good for you. That Krishna says, you are very dear to me, so I am going to tell you the supreme truth, which is good for you. Listen. Shrinu. Shrinu means listen, listen, listen. In this Shrinu word has been used in Gita several times. But we do not know how to listen, how to hear. If you read the Vedanta Sahara and some of the Vedanta scripture, there are 6 ways, 6 methods of hearing. Do you know how? Upakrama upasanghar. If you want to listen the truth, the Guru will tell you, this is the opening and this is the closing remark. See how they coincide. In the Chandogya Upanishad, 6th chapter, I am giving you some example, then you will understand. First is, Guru says, Ekameva Dvitiyam, this Brahman is one without a second. And the conclusion is says, Oitad Atmanam Brahma. Mane, the Jaki jo ache, Oitad Atmam Idam Sarvam, a Jaki jo deksho Sab Brahma. So Upakrama Upasanghar coincide, telling the truth. Second, Abhyas. The Guru will tell you again and again, again and again. So Guru, the father, taught his son, Aruni, Shetoketu, Tattvamoshi Shetoketu. Oh Shetoketu, thou art that, thou art that, thou art that. 9 times. Not once, 9 times. To make him understand. Third, Apurva. I am listening. What is this truth? Aham tvam upanishadam purusham prichami. I am asking about that Purusha, that Supreme Being, which is described in the Upanishad. It is found only in the Upanishad. Apurva. Fourth, fall, result. You were telling me, what shall I gain from this teaching? He is telling, Acharyavan Purusho Veda, the person who is a teacher, only he knows. What does he know? Brahman. You will get the knowledge of Brahman. That is the result. Fifth, Arthavad, Prashangsha. Do you know anything which unheard can be heard, unseen can be seen, unthought can be thought of? Do you know any such thing? Unseen can be seen, unheard can be heard. That is the Atman, Brahman. Did you ask any such thing from your teacher? Oh, no, my teacher doesn't know all those things. That boy was telling his father. Then Guru, he started to speak about it. And the fifth, Ashrutam, Shrutam, Agyatam, Gatam. And the fifth, Upapatti, Jukti. Brittika, Mamekam Saranabhaja. To reasoning, he and make them understand. So these are 6 ways to listen. Shrutam. Pleasant and good. 2 things are in front of us. I am going to tell you. Then Krishna is talking about Manmana bhavo madbhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru. Mame vaishyasi satyam te pratijane priyosi me. This verse has been mentioned in 3 places, more or less the same meaning. In the 9th chapter, Krishna says, first line is the same, Manmana bhavo. Occupy your mind with me, be devoted to me, sacrifice to me, bow down to me, you shall then reach me only. Truly do I promise unto you, for you are dear to me. That is the exact translation of the verse. Listen carefully. Manmana, do you know, I see 4 yogas are there. Manmana means think of me, put your mind in me. That is Raja Yoga. Madbhakto, be devoted to me. That is Bhakti Yoga. That is Raja Yoga, path of meditation, Bhakti Yoga, path of devotion. Madhyaji, worship me. Jajan is Jajdatu, Jajati. It means Karma Yoga. And Namaskuru, bow down to me. That means face your ego. Nama. Do you know Nama means, what is Nama? Na mama, not I. That is Nama. Na means not. Mama means me, I. Na mama means not I, thou. That is the Jnana Yoga. So we see 4 yogas in this verse, and Krishna says, this is the way Ishvasi. You will attain me, you will get me. Then he made a great remark. Satyam te pratijane. I promise. Being God, I promise to you. I promise. Satyam, I am telling you the truth. Because you are dear to me. Madhyaji. Very interesting, you know. Madhyaji. Manmana bhavo. In the 13th chapter, in the 9th chapter, Krishna says, same thing, yuktaiva atmanam matparayan. Think of me, be my devotee, sacrifice to me, bow down to me, then you will reach me, being connected with me. Matparayana, meaning focusing your mind towards me, you will reach me. That he says in 9th chapter. And the 11th chapter, he said, Mat karma krit, work for me. Mat paramo, meaning manishto, meaning focus your mind toward on me. Mat bhakto, love me. Sangha burjito, be unattached. Nirbhairo sarvabhuteshu, don't keep any enmity with any beings. Then you will reach me. That he said in 11th chapter. And now in the 18th chapter, he read this thing, that same first line, same as we read in the 9th chapter. Mami Bhushyasi, Satyam te pratijane priyosi me. I promise. Sometimes we say, I take vow, I promise. I am emphasizing that this is will happen. Krishna mentioned 3 times. Why did he say 3 times? You dissolve your little ego, I shall not fight. And give that ego to me. Nimitta matra bhava sabha sachin. You are afraid of these 11 million people, I have already killed them. Do you know how did you kill them? If you read the Mahabharata, you will find Bhishma's prayer to Krishna. He came, sitting in the horse carriage, he just moved his eyes like this and took away all their longevities. But Hatate, Krishna says, Krishna, Arjuna, I have already killed them. They are all dead. I took away their longevity. Nimitta matra bhavasya. Just be the witness and just with your bow and arrows just kill them. I already killed them. If you do not fight, they will die. What a message we get in this Bhagavad Gita. You just dissolve your ego to me. I shall make you my instrument and I shall fight. Actually, with my power you will fight. Do you know what I was thinking about war? If you want to win the war, I am watching this Ukraine and Russian war a lot of times. I see you will, now the satellite, all these things, you cannot go. Spying is very important in the war. You will have to know the weakness, weak points, the supply lines of your enemy. How can you do it? Through satellite, through human beings. They are continuously collecting information and they are attacking their weak points. They are cutting their supply lines so that they will collapse. That is going on day and night in Ukraine. I watch. At that time, Krishna's time, there is no satellite, no... Some spies are there, of course. But do you know what did they do? Krishna is Sarvabhagga. He is all-knowing. He knows their weak points and all those things. He knows everything and telling Arjuna, go this way, go this way. He knows everything what would be the outcome of that war. Very interesting. Then says, all these things I say, you surrender to me, money, concentrate, focus your mind in me. Occupy your mind with me, be devoted to me, sacrifice to me, bow down to me. I am giving all these alternatives. Even if you cannot do anything, bas, final antibiotic. Sarvadharman parityajya mamekam sharanam bhaja. Aham tva sarva papebhyo mokshaishyami ma shuchaha. This is the most important verse of the Bhagavad Gita. Relinquishing all dharmas, take refuge in me alone. I will liberate you from all sins. Grieve not. This is the most important verse of the Bhagavad Gita. Sarva dharman parityajya. Give up all of your duties, all dharmas. Dharmas, it has many interpretations of this dharma. Varnashrama dharma. Varna dharma means, I am a Brahmin, Brahmin's dharma. You are Kshatriya, Kshatriya's dharma. Vaishya's dharma, Shudra's dharma. There are 4 classes, they are dharmas. Ashram dharma, householders, monastic dharma, monks dharma. Dharma has 18 or 20 meanings of dharma. Dharma means nature, dharma means religion, dharma means karma, action. Dharma has many meanings. So here is telling all kinds of dharma you relinquish. Mamekam sharanam bhaja, take refuge in me. I shall save you from sin. Sin means killing people, human beings is a sin. That is the reason in the beginning Arjuna was telling that it will be a great sin if I kill these people. He says, I shall save you from all sins. Because it is a dharma yuddha. It is a religious righteous war. Mokshaishyami ma shucha, I shall liberate you. Promise. Ma shucha, do not grieve. Dharma. There are 3 ways you can surrender. The first way, O Lord, I am yours. Example, you will find in Shankara's Vishnu Shatpadi. Sitapi Vedapagamayanato Mamaki Nastam. Let me, I shall not tell too much Sanskrit. The ocean and the waves. The waves belong to the ocean, but the waves belong to the ocean, but the ocean does not belong to the wave. I am yours, you are God. I am a wave, you are the ocean, Lord. I surrender myself to you. That is the first stage. I am a wave, you are my ocean. Without ocean, I have no existence. Without ocean, there is no existence of the waves. That is the first stage. That is called Tasyaivaham. Second, Mamaiva. So, you are mine. Here, I am yours. Second stage, you are mine. Example, Billamangal. He was blind, Krishna was holding his hand, and he was walking to Vrindavan. All of a sudden, Krishna took away his hand. And then Billamangal, that blind devotee, was telling, Lord, you have withdrawn your hand from me. I don't care. But you cannot go away from my heart. I caught you there. That means you are mine. There I am yours, and here you are mine. There first person goes to the merge, here second person goes to me. You are mine. What a beautiful way the Vedantic scripture says. And third stage, Tasyavaham evam Swa eva aham iti tridha. I am you. Both we are the same. A third example, I like to give a beautiful example for the third stage. A man was dying. Yama, the god of death, sent his messenger and said, if you see a person whose mind is absorbed in God consciousness, do not touch him. He will go to Supreme Being. He will not come in the domain, in the house of death. When that person is completely one with God consciousness, I am Brahman. Do not touch him. Yama is telling his messenger, he is already one with God. He is deathless. He is immortal. You know, the way I can explain to you that how this Vedantic tradition explains these things in a beautiful way. Sarvadharman parityajya mamekam. Quite often our monks also quote this verse. I shall save you, protect you. Now I shall tell you an Indian folklore. Sharanagati, self-surrender. A deer was eating grass in a forest, and the deer was pregnant. All of a sudden, the deer saw a hunter with an arrow in front of him, in front of the deer. So deer saw it, he wants to kill me. Then he thought, let me go to the right side so that I can run away. He saw a big trap, net. Shh, I cannot run away. Then he tried left side. He saw the hunters, that hunting dog is there. That dog will catch me. So east, right, left, I cannot go. Then he was thinking, let me go to the back. In the back he found forest fire. That will kill me. So my death in four sides: hunter, hunting dogs, trap, and the fire. Four sides blocked. Death is inevitable for me. Then the deer looked upward and praying, Lord, I may die, all right, but I have a baby in my womb. That innocent baby will die. Lord, save me, protect me. Wholeheartedly the deer prayed to God. Immediately, the thunderstorm came. And heavy downpour, rainpour. That stopped the fire. Then there was a thunder, lightning, that killed the dog. And that wind blew away the net, trap. And then the storm is so high, dusts are blowing and blinded that hunter. So all four sides are open for the deer. You know, when I read that story, many years ago I read this story. Name of the story is Sharanagati, surrender. All four sides open by the grace of God. Anyhow, this verse perhaps I may make some comments more next time, but in brief I told you, Sarva Dharma, I want to make some comments of the Sarva Dharma. What Dharma? Krishna is asking Arjuna to relinquish. Shun everything. All of your duties, everything. Just take refuge in me. What are those dharmas? Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsa Chanuramardhanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. I bow down to Krishna, son of Vasudeva and Devaki, and who conquered the Chanura and other demons. May Krishna be the guide of our lives. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, 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 be told.